With 25 years of experience in the beauty industry, she is creative, progressive, and up to date on current trends and strives to provide a sanitary and relaxing atmosphere for her clients. Please welcome Gigi Wax Global Educator, Mickey Ornelas.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming so early. I'm going to actually go through a demo as I'm presenting the product to you. So I'm going to have Nicole, my model, come up for me. So today we're going to be using our hard wax. And I'm going to do we want to do a lip on you?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. So as I'm going, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're going to be demoing in the booth as well, so come back to the booth with me. We can do, obviously, it's got to be a face or an arm or something in the booth, but we can go through hands-on and more one-on-one over there in the booth. Today, I'm going to be working with our Brazilian kit. Our Brazilian kit is a hard wax kit, and that comes with everything you need to get started, especially with facial waxing, as well as underarms, bikini, Brazilians. That kit starts you with everything you need to do that in the salon. With the hard wax, you're not going to be exfoliating that top layer of skin, so that is my preferred wax in the salon. Especially, I feel like the kids are starting as tweens right now, using anti-aging, retinols, things like that. So even if you do a client consultation and they say, no, I'm not using any retinols, I'm still leery of that. And so I tend to go with a hard wax because it's not going to lift skin at that point. I can still get the hair removal with it without any redness, lifting any skin just in case. Like sometimes they don't even realize that they're using a tretinoin, a retinol on their skin. So that is my preferred wax of choice. We also have strip waxes. We have a honey wax, which is a length film wax. We have cream waxes, which are also a strip. And then we go into our hard waxes. We have the Brazilian I'll be working with today. We also have our beads that you can add to your pots and just customize them how you like. And we just came out with the cutest little micro-wig kit. This is my kit that I love at home. I have so many wax warmers at home, and I still tend to go to this kit. I'm going to open it and just give you a quick preview. So the cup that comes with this kit is a silicone cup. So the wax, once it hardens, it flakes right off. So if you have any dripping or anything, it just literally pops off the cup. As far as cleaning, where you needed some shirt clean or some kind of product to get wax off things before, this cup is beautiful. The silicone, the way the wax responds to it, just pops off for you. And then you have the beads. You can fill as much as you need. The other day I was trying out a formula and I only put a little bit in. Wasn't my favorite formula. I let it harden, just kind of squeezed the cup, the whole piece popped out, and I added the beads that I wanted at that point. So let's start with our model. We're gonna do a quick little lip wax. Is everybody in here waxing now in the salon? Sugaring. We're coming out with a sugar, I believe, in the next month, so that's something to look for. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use our Pre-Vod on her, and this is going to cleanse the skin, remove any oils from the skin, and then just get her prepped and ready. The beauty of the hard wax, again, is there's no redness. So when she walks out of the salon, especially if I've done a brow, she's not going to have those little flame points when she walks out. When you're warming a hard wax, you want it at not as hot of a temperature as you would with a cream or a honey wax. So right now, with my paddle wax, this much of my wax is not hardened. I'm working around the edge because I want that thicker, almost like a peanut butter consistency. If you warm it too warm, it's going to run on you. and you're not going to have the removal that you need. So you don't ever want to heat it up the same as you would a honey or a cream wax. I'm going to go with the hair growth direction. And you want to get a nice little lip at the end so you have something to work with, the tab to pull it. If you have the wax too thin, it's going to crack when you remove it. And you want to have that little area right here so I have something to grab on when I remove it. This hardens quite quickly for you. So I'm going to just press it down. I'm going to pull her skin taut. How was that? Did that, do you even feel anything from that a little bit? That's the beauty of hard wax also. If you have a sensitive client and they have a lot of pain, I always tend to go to hard wax. Brazilian, if I went to a salon and they were gonna use a strip wax on me, I would probably run for the hills. The pain factor is just so different on a soft wax versus a hard wax. Does anybody have any questions between honeys, cream waxes, and hard waxes and knowing the differences between all of those? No questions so far. Okay, so now we'll do the other side. And right now in the booth, we're working with our distributor, Beauty Sales, and everything, if you place an order of $100 or more, we're going to do free shipping, and it ships from LA, so it should be a very quick ship for you. And we'll take 10% off the orders as well. We're just going to let that harden for a minute. I have just one little piece of residue on here, so I'm going to go ahead and use the wax itself to lift that off. And then it's perfectly clean. We're going to go in. You barely have any hair there. She was already pretty clean. We're going to use our post-wax cooling gel just to soothe the skin. We have multiple post products. I actually, in a salon, like to use the Wax Off lotion, which is a post product, but it also will help remove any wax residue if you do have any. Especially in the summer, I will add it with the cooling gel and I'll kind of cocktail them together. It's options for you. We give you many products, so then you can choose which one works best for you. So now we're just going to add some of that cooling gel. I'm going to rub it in quite nice for her since we don't want her walking out shiny. Let me just grab one more off here. And how's that feeling for you? Have any stinging, anything? No? Okay, thank you so much. Can I just use you let's keep you up here for a second. We'll do some brow kind of shaping and highlights on how you're going to do the brow shaping. I won't go in there with you, but we'll just. So when I'm doing a brow consultation, I like to actually use my powder and I will kind of outline what I'm going to do, whether I'm going in and I'm shaping her brows or I'm coming in and I'm cleaning brows. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with either a brush or a spoolie, and I'm going to just kind of get her in place. If I need to do some trimming, I'll take my scissors, come up along the top, trim out in here and get we do have one little hair right there. Get any of these long hairs. And then I'm gonna take one of my wax sticks and I'm gonna just kind of dab it in my powder. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna go from the corner of her nose up to the corner of her eye. The powder will come in and it'll give me that line. The nice thing when having powder versus an eyeliner, when you go in to clean it up when they're gonna leave the salon, I'm not needing to rub off any eyeliner. So at that point, we have the outline there. I'm gonna do the same process for the inner corner of the nose to the eye. And just get my placement there. And then you can, for the arch, this is when I'm going to consult with the client because brows now are so popular and everybody has a different idea of what they want. So you definitely want to consult with the client. She already has great shaped brows, so I'm going to just follow what she has. And I'm going to kind of across the top put my little marking here so I can see where her arch is. So that way, now when I go in and I shape them, I already have a full outline for what I need to do. At this point, we're gonna go in with the pre-hon. Do you want me to clean these up on you? So just like before, I'm gonna use a little bit of the pre-hon to just clean the skin, remove any of the lifting oils. And I'm going to go in with our petite stick for this, just so I have a little less wax and a little more precision. Going again with the hair growth, I'm going to lift. If you have longer hairs that you're like trying not to get super, super close, you can actually take the back of your stick or a tweezer, pull the hair down while the wax is a little warm still and kind of like poke the hairs into the wax so you can get a more precise shaping on that. That wax is ready. We're going to go ahead and pull taut. And I know you can't see up here, but it does get those coarse, fine hairs. And again, pain, like, are you feeling it's such a gentle wax. However, it does get those coarse, stubborn hairs as well as the fine baby hairs. I have a lot of peach fuzz, as I call it. So when I wax, I definitely end up, you don't see it on me because I have lighter hair. But when I wax it, like pull the strip off, I'm always amazed with how much wax or how much hair is on the strip. So as far as you guys are in your suites, I know some of you are full estheticians. Waxing is one of the easiest upsells though if you're a hairdresser. If they're already sitting in your chair, getting a shampoo, you're having them sit in a deep conditioner. I could have this whole process done probably in 5 minutes. It's something every city, every state's a little bit different on the charge. But while you already have them there, because most people already have like Nicole the shape, we just want to go in and do a cleanup. It's such an easy upsell. If you don't have a lot of room, the warmers are small, but if you're working with a smaller space, now you have the microwave kit. Such an easy add-on to add into the salon services. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do right in here and clean her up in the middle. Did we have any questions on any of the products or any waxing questions?
Cheating has a lot of different formulations. Or calcium sugar is how natural the again.
The sugaring, I'm going to have you come to the booth. It's a very new product. I honestly have not touched it yet, so I don't want to tell you the wrong information. I will say with Gigi, though, our products, we try to do organic, natural products. They're based from a honey base. So my guess is, yes, it's going to be very natural, but I just don't want to give you the wrong information on that.
Yeah, no worries. But what, the sugar rate is hard to get away from like the red off. I mean, just people that like play guy. And you can get some crazy burning results, even the sugaring. What harmbacks in this team?
We have multiple harm waxes, so I'll show you a catalog when you come to the booth. Our number one sellers are the Brazilian. Don't be confused by the name. It's not designed only for Brazilian, but that is our number one selling hard wax. We have a zinc oxide wax. It is also a great facial wax. A lot of the hard waxes, again, faces, armpits, bikinis. I'm not going to do large body parts with them, but I am going to focus on those very sensitive areas. And you're right, a lot of people are not aware they have the retinols, or they're straight up not telling me the truth because they want their service done. And I just had this happen a couple of months ago. I was reshaping and I was like completely creating her look, so I chose to go with a cream wax because I can get a little more precision there. I lifted skin, and there's nothing worse when you're in the salon because now it's whose fault is it? You know, I can't be a fortune teller and really know like what she's done in the past, but that's going to reflect now on me, my salon, and my service. So I'm going to say 99% of the time to always go with the hard wax, so it is not exfoliating that epidermis layer. Just I don't want any room for error. I'm going to go with what's safe. So does that answer your question?
Gives me hope because I really, like it's happened a couple times over and like spin legs. I'm not people anymore, and I, as a physician, I'm like, I'm just focused on my patients. If there's an option out there where I can still like maintain, because I'm all about the mental salon, about plants. Right, so there's a hard wax that is a res, not a...
We're not a applied resin, we're a honey base. So let's have my come to the booth, and if anybody else is curious about that, we'll give them correct information for you just because I don't want to give you the wrong information. But it is a honey base. With that said, I've not had people with allergies have any issue, but you should always keep that in mind in case you do have somebody with a severe bee allergy. It's something to keep in mind when you're using any of the GG products.
So your honey-based ones are also just wrapped around the hair, right?
Yes. Yes. So now I'm going to just go back over this with a cooling gel. Again, when you're going in with your post products, we have multiple options. It's summer, we're in Vegas where it's extremely hot. So I am gonna prefer to use the cooling gel at this point. It is soothing, it's just cooling, it's got that cooling effect. Wax Off is one of my go-to products. That it is a cream product, but it will remove those little wax particles if you have any left on the skin. I am very, very picky when, I was waxed a few weeks ago, I was being a tester, and I was like, wait, there's a spot in it. Ooh, there's a spot here. I don't like to wax on myself. So I mix this with the gel, and I just kind of rub it in, give them a little massage, and then any of the residue's gonna come off. So this is a fantastic product for that type of service. Not service, but any little residue left. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take one of my little towels. This is the beauty of the powder for your finger, whatever works better. If she has makeup, I've not messed any of her makeup. At this point, I had all my little piece right there. I had all of my outline there. Her brows are clean, her lips clean now. She has no redness. And that's the other nice thing. Now she can walk out of the salon, have her service done, and doesn't feel like she needs to go to work and put makeup on because we've just exfoliated that area. I don't want her to put, just like a facial, you don't want them to put any products back on their skin. Thank you so much, Nicole. So let's talk, is anybody using the honey waxes from now? The thin waxes? No, cream waxes, strip waxes. And then we have a flex wax. Has anybody tried our flex wax? That is a beautiful product that we don't have it today at the show. I call it a hybrid product. We've taken our hard wax and we've taken our honey waxes and kind of fused them together. So it's a little thinner than putting a cream on, not quite as thin as a honey wax, but it is got the consistency of a hard wax. You're not using a strip, you're pulling the piece off. So for those people that are like a hard wax user, but they want to do large body parts, backs, arms, legs, it is a beautiful wax for doing that. I also find it for a new waxer to be a little more user-friendly at that point, because sometimes with the strips, they're applying too much wax. I see it all the time, especially with the honey waxes. They're brushing it on like a cream wax, and then they're like, there's so much residue, there's so much left. And I'm like, no, 45 degrees and literally just kind of put a layer of film on the skin. So with the flex wax, if you're using it wrong, you still get beautiful results because the whole piece comes off. Gotta have some questions for me out there, no? Well, then I think we're good. Again, we are working with beauty sales in the booth. We're in the second hall over, and if you do an order today of $100, we'll do free shipping and take the 10% off. And they are out of Los Angeles, so it's a quick shipment for you also. And come to the booth. We'll do more one-on-one up close for you and them. Thank you so much.